Hi guys, Paul Pluta channel. Remember, like, subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel. Man cannot live on Google Ads alone. I need your help to keep me full-time on YouTube. Help us out. Help us out. I do a great service to the watch community. I need some support. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and look in the description for 10 ways you can keep me full-time on YouTube. I have Patreon. I'm on Patreon. I have phone calls. You can ring me. Have a chat. 50 US an hour. I have collection reviews. I have all sorts of things. There's fridge space for your business. Now, guys, let's jump straight into a paid watch review. And this is going to cut straight to the point. Paid review, Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Compressor Extreme Lab 2 Limited in Titanium. Reference 203T540. What do I think of this watch? What do you think of this watch? And what do I think the audience thinks of this watch? Now, I gotta tell you, this ain't a watch for the faint-hearted. This is extreme design at its funkiest. And it's an interesting thing. This is from a maker, Jaeger-LeCoultre, famous for the Reverso, the Master Control. And now the Extreme Master Compressor, the Master Compressor. The Extreme Lab 2. What do I think? Well, I think on a horological level, you gotta really appreciate this watch. I mean, it is a fine piece of kit. It is a excellent name in watchmaking, Jaeger-LeCoultre. It is top-notch. What were they thinking? Well, it's one of these extremes. They've kind of gone for that Richard Mille look. Quite a few watchmakers, you know, those fancy M&B, you know, those fancy type of little machines. You know what I'm talking about. And even Chopard, which is a very respected jewelry maker, they've gone out there too with their LUC, and they've gone for the tech twist. Very, very funky, radicalized type pieces. And is it my cup of tea? Well, probably not. I'm more of a conservative watch person. But these watches are pretty amazing. And you've got to look at them as what they are. They're little machines. And I think you've got to have respect for them. Highly priced machines, I got to tell you that much. Yes, highly priced. They're probably not my cup of tea. I'm more of a traditional. I love a world-time Patek as opposed to one of these type of things. But I think on a horological level, you gotta love these things. Let's go and take a look. Let's take a look and discuss it. Okay, let's take a look. We'll jump straight into the Jaeger-LeCoultre website. And let's take a look. The Master Compressor series. They've got some extremely cool pieces. Now, we're going to have a look at them, and we kind of have very traditional, and we even have some really classic vintage type divers. But there we have it. There we have it indeed. We've got the Master Compressor Extreme Lab 2 Titanium. This is $50,000 bucks. $50,000. And what do I think? Well, it's you know, it is an absolute work of art. Very funky. And it's also extremely different. Very different. The technical details here, well, what can we say there? Titanium case, 46.8 mils, that's across, 16.6 the thickness. Chronograph, digital instant chronograph, 60-second counter, date, second time zone, hour, minute, 24-hour display, power, reserve, and seconds. To 28,800 beats per hour. Pretty amazing looking piece. And, oh, there's a few strap options. Let's have a look. Oh, alligator, 478, and it uses the Jaeger-LeCoultre caliber 780. Caliber 780. Wowzers. That's an amazing piece of kit. And let's go and have a look and see what are these things going for on Chrono 24, because this is really where we want to this is where we can see what's going on here. Go to the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Compressor Extreme Lab 2. Let's have a look at what are they going for on the pre-owned market. And they are a little bit softer there. Yes, we can see that. $29,000 there. Let's have a look. We'll search by price. Let's have a look. The cheapest Extreme Lab 2, $29,000 in America. Not bad. 29, just under $30,000 there. And that's quite a nice piece there. What do I think of it? I think it's a very radical watch there. I mean, you kind of, when you look at a brand like this, there's also that you start to look at other brands which are just kind of eccentric type pieces there. I must say Richard Mille is a brand which, what are you going to get a Richard Mille for? Look at this. I mean, a Richard Mille, cheapest Richard Mille you will find there. Whew! Well, that's featured. 50,000. Well, there we go. 40. What country is that in? That's in Vietnam. Whew, I wouldn't be dealing with that. 48,000 from an Italian dealer. Where's a good American? Yes. So I mean, an RM10, that's kind of a classic. $60,000. So I mean, in many ways, you could say that this is a bargain compared to a Richard Mille. I kind of, what could I say there? What do I think of it? Well, it's interesting. We go to MB&F. This is the little machines. These are fancy. What the hell? They sell insects. Look at these things here. We have a look at an MB&F. What are they? Kind of 40,000. Not really radical enough, but you understand what I'm saying. These kind of machine type things here, very radical and different. It's in that genre, which, I mean, look, hey, if people are wanting to buy that kind of, if they want to buy that type of watch there, why not let them do it? I mean, I can't see anything wrong with that there at all. Richard Mille itself there, I mean, he's kind of, it's very much a case of, Richard Mille is kind of the leader in these extreme type pieces there. So, it's one of these things here where I kind of would be careful with my coin. The other eccentric brand there is Urwerk. This is the Crazy Miniature Machines brand. And if we have a look they're kind of starting at $36,000. These are very, very expensive little machines. $100,000 easy to spend on a I don't know what you'd call these things here. These are kind of monster watches. You know, they're kind of very, very unusual, very, very special. Let's have a look here. Let's look at this one. Here's a black one. This is a UR-110. What the hell is this? It's kind of like a digital watch, automatic digital watch. It's very interesting type of brand here. This is in titanium. It's black. So I suppose, you know, in many ways there, the Jaeger-LeCoultre is cutting for a very, very cool type of looking watch. And I got to tell you, the Master Compressor Extreme Lab, I'd feel more comfortable having one of these than maybe a one of these crazy Urwerk. They kind of scare me. They kind of scare me. Well, the pricing does, that's for sure. And for my money, I think you're probably better off playing it safe. So if you do like these kind of very modern, very, very beautifully finished pieces, maybe the Master Compressor Extreme Lab 2 could be the piece for you. So, what do I think in concluding here? What do I think? What do I think of the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Compressor Extreme Lab 2? Well, it's probably not as extreme as an Urwerk or a some of the other crazy offerings that are out there. And I suppose, you know, it depends which way you want to go in watchmaking. Personally, $50,000, I'd be buying a classic Patek. But my idea of funky out of this is buying a Nautilus 5712. But each to his own, and this is the great thing. This is a great hobby, watch collecting. If we all had the same taste, it'd be so boring indeed. So I kind of think this is a cool way to go. This is a very, very cool way to go. And this is probably, how do you put this? This is probably the... if you're going to go out on the extreme, I'd rather go with Jaeger-LeCoultre. So, guys, tell me what you think. What do you think of this superb watch? The Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Compressor Extreme Lab 2. I think it's a cool watch. But I wouldn't quite buy one myself, but it is cool. Archie Luxuries, signing out. Remember, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and guys, you want to help me out, please request a paid review. It helps me so much if you order a paid review from me. Look in the description for 10 ways to keep me full-time on YouTube.